Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Lord, for a new day, opportunity to trade. This is not financial advice, educational purposes only. So let's get started. The only play I'm in is GEG right now. Had a feeling it might fade at 7 o'clock, so it looks like it is somewhat playing out this way. Overhyped news I played yesterday, and let me see, my camera's not working. Let's see if I can fix that real quick. Okay, anything popping? Let's see, STI, wow, looks like it's making a nice little pop now. STI. We're a little flush. Good morning, Light. No time no see. Long time no see for you. So kind of give a recap of this morning. I did take like a couple play. Okay, SINT is popping. It looks like PMN as well. Neither one of them has very much volume. Whichever one gets to. So let's see, PMN. It's a decent little pop here. SINT is popping. SINT looks a little bit more interesting to me, but I don't know which one's the news is more trash. I don't know. I don't really like either one of them. I want to see them up a little more, if I'm being honest. PMN, maybe we get a little bit more right here. So there is a 200 on this one right here. Looks like I might already miss SINT. Are we way over here? Yeah, I'm not interested in SINT anymore. So PMN. Very interested at these levels. Get my locates. So I got a couple entries at 70 cents. Grabbing some more locates, see what it does around this 200. I haven't even checked the news, so hopefully it's not too good, but let's see. Kind of scaling into this one right now. So we're a tad bit above the 200 right now. All-timers news. Phase one, as we know, phase one usually isn't like that strong, but for some reason when it's associated with all-timers news, it usually pops pretty strong. So I'm in 5,000 shares. In the money now. Trimmed 1,000 just to get my size a little bit smaller. I'll do some research. Oh, this company's trash. They actually have a decent amount of cash, 33 months, but everything else on AskEdgar is deep red. So I'm going to do some due diligence real quick. I'm also in GEG, and it's playing out beautifully. I just took a position at 659, thinking it would dive because, again, the same reason I played it yesterday. The revenue significantly declined year over year. Not really sure why this was perceived as such positive news, but these are the type of discrepancies I look for. So I'm going to trim a little bit more here because I'm pretty deep in the money now. I'm glad I did. It looks like it's popping back up now. Good morning. Good morning. So the phase one news, it's from my understanding, it's not even the file. I mean, it hasn't even been completed. They just gave us a notification that to advance final dose, I think. Let me just keep looking a little bit. IPDN. Yeah, not interested right now. I'm in the middle of this play, and that's a weak pop. Added at I got a add at 77, so I'm back in 4,000 shares. I'm only in 2,000 now, trimmed. So I'm only in 2,000 shares. Don't really like it that much anymore. I mean, I'm gonna keep playing it. It's looking weak, but I want to see a bigger flush, to be honest. But if it gets back up to 76, 77, I might add some more. But I'm only in 2,000 shares now. Just been playing little small moves down, flushes down. I haven't made much off of it, but more just managing my position. But GEG is going nice. I'm just going to let this thing ride a little bit. So in the money with PMN, but I want to see a little bit cleaner flush here. Might not get it, but I'm only in 2,000 shares. So if it goes against me, no big deal. But I want to see if there's a little flush coming. So the more I do research, the more I like PMN. So PMN has received approval for its Data and Safety Monitoring Board, DSMB, to advance the final dose escalation in its cohort in its phase 1B clinical trial. But the final trial results are not expected until Q4 of 2026, still in early 1B stage of development. So this one's probably going to fight a little bit, but fundamentally they're trash. The news, I mean, they worded it nicely, but it's trash too. Perfect. New lower highs, new lower highs. Had an order waiting at 76, but I don't think it got filled. No, it didn't. Yeah, no, I'm feeling good about this one. Just got to give it time to play out. And maybe here's the flush. We're below VWAP. Does it bounce at 70 cents? Nope. Or maybe. Nice light. Welcome to the dark side. Well, what's cool is you have a skill set for both now too. So play what the market gives you. But happy to hear that. Yeah. Happy to hear that. We killed it yesterday. Too bad you weren't on yesterday. Felt like I couldn't miss. Yeah, I see a few of y'all saying that y'all got out on that flush. That's probably smart. I'm only in 2,000 shares now, so these are, I'm just waiting for these to flush more. SINT back up, CJ perfect, then that makes me want to hold on to these even longer. So I'm gonna hold on to these bad boys. I already trimmed earlier. I took profits a little too quick, but I was playing a little bigger size. It was in like 5,000 shares at one point. Which isn't crazy big, but it gets to that point where I'm not as comfortable with just like letting them run and things like that. So I'm gonna let this one, see if this one keeps falling a little bit. GEG. Well, I should take some profit on this one too. You know what? I might do that. I think this one could keep falling, but how patient will I be? Yeah, I probably should have trimmed, but I just, fundamentally this is trash. The news is trash. The problem is they worded the PR decently, so oh, SINT back up. So SINT. Oh, nice. I picked the right one. Then this one's breaking new highs. What's it at? 31%. What's the news with this one? Let me pull it up. Published landmark study demonstrating broad spectrum antiviral activity. I guarantee it's not landmark. They love saying stupid crap like that. I don't know. It's just research. I haven't even did any trials or anything, right? Wow. So I'm not in it, and I'm glad I'm not, but I'm gonna let it run a little bit, and we'll find some levels. We're getting close around the range it likes to pop. $7. What was this? 736, 860. Look at. I hope PMN's not going against me because I'm not even looking at it. Okay, good. So let's see what the fundamentals look like. Old trash. Broke as a joke. 4.8 months. All right, I'm interested in this one. I just want to let it get a little bit higher. Probably to $7, 690 is probably my first entry on it. And it might be smart to wait for weakness first, but that's just not how I trade. I like trying to time the top for these moves. I'm not saying it's the right way to do it, but so the point of me saying that is I'll have an order waiting at 690s. And it might not get there. Locate's a little pricey, but nothing too crazy, but a little pricey. So I'm gonna wait till it gets up there before I get the locates. They're not like, they're still within my range, but it's at the top of my range. So I'm just still holding these 2,000 shares of PMN. It's kind of making me want to hold it even more. It's confirming because SINT is just going to keep stealing attention, I think. So, and like I said, I'm only in 2,000 shares right now, so up about 100, only about $100 on this position. So I would like to see a little bit cleaner flush here. But I'll keep an eye on SINT. I'll pull both these up actually. Here we go, SIN. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my locates. It's probably gonna get up there pretty quick. So I'm seeing enough to willing to spend the 20-something bucks on it. Oh, the price actually went down. That's weird for the locates. Oh, here we are, Jew. And I was not quick enough. Give me another chance. There we go. So I'm in it. And I'm only in, sadly, 400 shares. But I don't know what level it's going to stop at. So I'll add 400 here, probably add about 500 here. So when I say here, about 690, that's I added 400. And then if it gets up to the 736 level, I'll add some more. But 7's a tough level for some of these tickers. I don't know if y'all have noticed that. The $7 to $8 range or $7 to $7.50 range, they like to stop, kind of slow down in that area. But if they break past 8, you can almost guarantee they're going to go to 10. But yeah, we'll see how this plays out. PMN's not giving up though. Decent distraction with SINT, but still holding on to its gains a little bit. I'm actually going to add a little bit more here at 7. It's looking a little weak right here. So nice. I got a couple hundred shares more at 795. PMN's tanking. Life is good. Hopefully it stays this way. So let's see if SINT gets a decent rejection here. Covering a little bit more on PMN. I'm only in 1,000 shares now. That was a nice little flush though. Okay, let's go PMN, and I will probably, don't know what I drew this line for in the past, but I'm going to just take profits here. Boom. Let's go PMN. Let's go. I'm out. Good stuff. Here we go. Broke past the new high. Need to look at the float on this one. What is the float on SINT? Oh, it's decent. According to AskEdgar, at least. Almost 3 million. Alexandru, I need to get used to them flushing even after I exit and for them not reaching the next entry that I have set up. What do you mean get used to them? Elaborate. All these stocks do this. They give it all back. That's why we have an edge. Shouldn't say they all, but like 99% of them do it. It's all about the timing. Don't get ripped apart before it happens. That's this game. Alex, it says I need to hold more, but I like the first of them. Yeah, I took a lot of profits on PMN too, though, because I was in, like I said, 5,000 shares at one point and only held 2,000. Hindsight's 2020. I wish I would have held more too. Oh, I'm banking on SINT now. Probably should take some profits here. Yeah, I'm gonna take some profits here. And then hold the rest for VWAP. Let's go. Keep flushing. And I'm out. Full position. I got out a little before VWAP because we're at 650, just in case it bounced. So now we're at 630, 640. Let's see if it bounces here. But I'm not in any positions now. 800 on the day. I'll take it. Didn't play super heavy, so content with. That's where I was at yesterday, I think. 800 by 730. I went ahead and closed out of my GEG as well. Once it started like kind of trading sideways like this, I just went ahead and took profits. Could it keep flushing? It probably will. If I was to guess, it's probably going to keep going down, but there's a chance it pops and retests VWAP. It seems like it's trying to form a base. Like, look, it doesn't want to get past 335. So went ahead and took profit just in case it bounces here. Yeah, good stuff. That was a fun one. Yeah, no problem, Crazy Critter. I appreciate y'all's kind comments. I do. It means a lot. I'm self-taught, so I might be a little unorthodox, but it works for me. So I'm not in any plays, and I left something downstairs, so I'll be back in like 30 seconds. But yeah, good start to the morning so far. Get some nice little flushes here. SINT again, I couldn't really decipher how good the news was. So I mean, it seemed a little overhyped, but we could get a complete flush here. Like, look at this. Should have held some runners on it. Yeah, like that's actually a very similar conclusion that made me start shorting is again because just shorting you definitely have a significant edge. And kind of going back to what I said earlier, it's just like not getting blown up before it drops 70%. Any that gapped up 50% at market open since 2000. 70% were read by market close. Yeah, it's pretty crazy stats, to be honest. And you can make crazy money going long, like especially when you get these like parabolic ones that run all day. So I get there's people that are making money with those, but this is just more predictable for me. A lot more predictable. And we're going to have a good September. Might share it again today because I'm actually pretty proud of it. But September was a solid month for me last year. Green every day. And that's what I just like. I like consistency. As long as I don't make a bonehead decision, keep holding something that's going against me. Shorting's pretty consistent. It's more like a salary. Where longs, when I was a long trader, like I was red more days than I was green. But when I was green, they were usually decent days. But again, just find what works for you. But I definitely think there's a huge edge in shorting for sure. And my groups heard me say this a lot. I don't even think I'm that great of a trader. I just try to find the holes in the market where the edge is. PMN looks like it's about to just completely die. Where do you get your news? TradingView is hella delayed. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Alex. Yeah. Stock Titan. It's not bad. It's like I think it's 30-40 bucks a month, but you can get the free version and it's only a 15-second delay. So yeah, crazy credit. I do both exactly. If I was better at going long, I would, but I'm just not very good at it. Like I've said before on these lives, pretty consistent about figuring out which ones get money flow and which one's going to run, but I haven't figured out my entries yet. I usually get stopped out before it rips. It fakes me out. But it's all good. I was actually green last month on longs, but like it wasn't even by a grand. It was like maybe 600 bucks, I think. But that's like very uncommon for me, so that's why I'm proud of it. Most of the time I don't make money when I go long. So I'm gonna add if SINT gets up to, I have an order waiting at 689 and 698. I don't know if it's going to get to my entry. Man, PMN, I should have just kept holding. It completely died. And I had a feeling it would, but I closed a little too early. So I'm back in 400 shares of SINT. Strong bounce back. So I'm only going to do 400 for now. I think it's going to reject here. Hence, I mean, I wouldn't be entering it if I didn't think it would reject here, but not going with the full 600 shares. I'm just going to stick with these 400 and see what it does. Faye Marie, thanks for hopping on. Haven't seen your name before. So what made you select these particular stocks to short? So I long story short, I look for the ones that have especially display. So at pre-market, I'm looking for parabolic moves, intense moves up. I like to see them at least 50% or higher, ideally, because if they move 50% or more in like 1 or 2 candles, there's a good chance they're going to retrace like both these. So see how we got this red candle? See, after it made this move, we got some red candles. So that's the move I'm initially playing for these right here. So my entry criteria is usually less than 200 million market cap, up about 50%. That's really it. And then I get more confident in my thesis by looking at their fundamentals. So I pull up AskEdgar, and if they're have a poor cash position, if they're all red on AskEdgar, if the news is weak, it just adds to the thesis of my short. So, and that's how I dictate my size. And then where I enter, I look at the daily. The daily usually gives you a lot of clues about where it's going to run. So that's why I took my position here, basically timed the top, and wrote it down to VWAP. PMN, once I saw weakness, lower 5-minute high, lower 5-minute high, lower 5-minute high, added to the position. It flushed. I didn't hold it through all this move, but it's kind of it in a nutshell. And I do have a little Discord group too where I share more details. Got a free trial for it, but if you're not interested, all good. I'd share as much knowledge as I can on these lives. I don't hide anything behind a paywall. If you ask me a question, I'll tell you my thoughts, but a little more granular in the Discord group with all my playbooks, because I like playing the pops, but I also like playing like retests and VWAP retests, high of day retests, things like that as well. Kind of made my fame on these pops in 2023 and 2024, but as I developed more as a trader, I also like playing, retests, and meaning high of day retests, VWAP retests, things like that. And then going back to what Light says, there's just an edge in shorting. That's why I do it. I think you have to be a much more skilled trader to consistently make money going long. And my goal is not to be the most skilled trader. I try to take advantage where there's an edge. So I'm adding here at 7, just to see if it breaks. If it breaks this high right here, so I'm back in 600 shares, by the way. If it breaks 718 though, I'm gonna be a little cautious. But I'm back in my 600 shares now, added at 701. As of right now, it was a good add. Let's see if it flushes. And speaking of, if you're new to the channel, I really like these retests of highs too, because a lot of times, especially at like a key level like this, they struggle. So I'm expecting a little bit of a flush here. I'm up about $100 in it right now, which isn't bad for only 600 shares, but I'm going to wait to see if it flushes a little bit more. Because I tend to take profit quick. Even like this one, I got out at like 65. If y'all see anything else, let me know. But as of right now, I'm just in SINT. Man, PMN gave it all back. Wow, crazy. And but it's, again, I shouldn't say crazy. We talked about it. Weak news, terrible fundamentals. I mean, these are the ones that usually flush. Not always, but most of the time. So if we get back to VWAP, I'm going to trim. There you go. I took some out in the 650s. And I'm out of my position. I didn't want to wait till, what is this, 640? Yeah. Because a lot of times you'll see sometimes they'll break through VWAP and bounce, but I get so frustrated if you wait exactly for VWAP, like 646, 647, you might not get filled. So a lot of times I'll take profit a little before then, but again, not financial advice. This is educational purposes only. Figure out what works for you, but that's kind of how I do it. Do I leave a few pennies on the table? For sure, but I just like to make sure I get filled, because this one might it might end up breaking this level. We don't see a clean flush here. If it keeps playing VWAP and bouncing up, it might eventually break this level. But if you play the 7 to 650, that's a 50-cent move. That's, I mean, solid. But yeah, that one put me over $1,000 for the morning, so sitting pretty good. Only a couple plays so far, and haven't played very big size either, so that's nice. AIHS is moving. Let's see. It is moving. Do a little research. Wonder if I should pay more attention to SINT though, if it's going to steal attention away from it. It's not at a level I want to enter though, but I wouldn't be surprised if this one flushes, since yeah, here you go. It looks like it's about to do it now. Yeah. It looks like it's flushing. Should have stayed in it, but let's see what's going on with AIHS. We got any key levels coming up? Actually, I don't think this is too bad of an entry. Might get a little starter here at 350. Ooh, never mind. Locates for 1,000 shares, 123. I am good. So when the locates are pricey like that, it usually means the float's like tight or locked, or there's a lot of shorts in it, which could potentially lead to a squeeze. And we're seeing it. It's up to 370 now. But I'm not interested. The locates are too pricey. And if y'all are new to shorting, you have to borrow locates first. The majority of the time, it's about 40 cents per 100 shares or $4 per 1,000 with TradeZero. That's the broker I use. And I have a link for that in the description as well. But when they start getting $123 for 1,000 shares, like that's very abnormal. And that tells me that this one might run too. There's a correlation. I can't hit the nail exactly on the head or completely explain it, but a buddy of mine noticed that when the locate fees are very high, they tend to push higher. I don't know if that's because there's not a lot of shorts in it, or there's not a lot of new short entries to add selling pressure to the stock, or if we're just avoiding it, which helps it rip. But can't confirm the thesis, but I try to avoid the ones with really expensive locates. I wonder if it's going to hesitate here at $4. But regardless, I'm not interested. Oh, and it's sub 1 million float. Yeah, that's what's going on then. Because it's supply and demand. If there's not a lot of shorts, if there's not a lot of shares, yeah, it is tiny float. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from it. And I do trade tickers under $1 million float, but I'm very cautious with it. Very cautious, because the problem with those is they can flush down just as quick as they can move up. But the problem is when they go against you, sometimes it can be like 25, 50 cents dollar moves. You know what I mean? It's hard to get out when it goes against you because the float's so tight. It just moves so rapidly. And we see that a little bit with AIHS. That's a pretty parabolic move. Fidelity won't let me trade that one because of Chinese. Yeah, again, I highly recommend TradeZero. So it's a broker designed for short sellers. And I get it. It's a big ordeal to change brokers. It's not like it's just a few clicks, but if you want to be serious about shorting, it's good to have a broker that specializes in it. TradeZero has won the best short selling broker 5 years in a row. So they have like the best locate options and stuff like that. Good prices, no commission. Yeah, I wish I'd have held it on a little bit to SINT, especially since I knew AIHS was running, but I closed right before I read that comment. And for y'all that's new, also, there's something, I don't know, I'm sure that other people talk about this, but I haven't heard other people talk about it. I call it money rotation. So a lot of times when something else runs like that, ooh, it's still going. Yeah, I'm staying away from this one for sure. But something I call money rotation, when something else takes off, you'll see selling pressure on the other stocks that are moving. And I think it's because a lot of us pre-market traders are momentum traders, especially the longs. So they want the new exciting ticker. And people are forgetting about SINT right now and closing positions. So it creates selling pressure to get out, to jump in AIHS. That's my theory. Could be wrong, but it plays out like this quite often. So that's a good point, Focus. Y'all saw on my cheat. So I made a little cheat list or sizing guide in my Discord. And I put a reducer for Chinese and I put a reducer for low float. And this is both Chinese and low float, AIHS. So yeah, if you're short, I would, again, I can give financial advice, but I avoid these. And you see why. Like it could keep going. Okay, let's see. A lot of comments. Good. Glad you made 40 cents on it. Exchange. Seen someone talking about Ross trading it. Makes sense. Lewis, have you used Cobra Trading Broker? I have not. I have heard decent things about it, but I haven't tried it. I've only tried a few, like IKBR or Interactive Brokers. I might have got the abbreviation wrong. Interactive Brokers, Webull, Robinhood, Schwab, and Oceans. I tried it one time, but I hated it. It's another one that short sellers use is Oceans Securities, but I wasn't a big fan of it. The fees were just outrageous for it. I like TradeZero because it's commission free. Quote unquote commission free. All brokers find ways to add things in there, but if I don't trade before 7 a.m., my commissions are usually low to free for the day. I just have to pay for my locates. But anyways, not in anything right now. In 9 minutes, we'll get some more news. 8 o'clock news usually has the most PR. So these moves are, I mean, PMN is dead. SINT, I'm not interested in anything right now. If it pops back up to $7, I'll re-short it. Not going to play VWAP on this one. I can't really give you a good answer why. I just feel like I'm going to be a little bit more cautious and wait for it to get to $7. I like the VWAP entering here, but if I'm wrong, there's a 60 cents move up to $7. So I'm going to just wait for a $7 test if it happens again, of course. Julian, do you think rally fades today on? Bro, I'm the wrong person to ask about. I saw you say something about coin earlier too. I only short like trash, low market cap companies, like less than 100 million mostly. I'll short up to like 200 million, but mostly under 100 million. I don't keep up with the large cap stocks. Besides like dollar cost averaging into them. Like I have long positions in them, but I'm just not the guy to ask about large caps. I would just be guessing. TMAC trade, it plays out every single day. LOL, it's definitely correct. Yeah. I assume you're talking about the money rotation. Yeah, it's definitely an edge, and I don't take advantage of it as much as I should, to be honest. We all want to chase the new shiny one that's popping. Couldn't you create a strategy to long those Chinese low floats? Totally. It's just what I want. I mean, yeah, there's definitely something there for sure. Shorting the low float Chinese stocks is probably a solid strategy. What computer system do you use for day trading? You're going to be surprised when I answer this. I use my phone. I'm a mobile trader. I only show the charts just so y'all can see what I'm talking about. That's why it's not connected. That's the thing I don't like about TradeZero though, because if I connect my TradingView to it, so y'all can see my position, stuff like that, it kicks me out of all my other logins. So it used to not do that, but now it does that. So if I log into TradingView, it kicks me out of mobile. But yeah, and I don't recommend trading mobile. That's just what I'm used to. You're at a disadvantage trading mobile. I'm just busy. I travel a decent amount. And that's kind of why I originally did it. So yeah, Alex, it must be an update because like it's weird if you log into TradingView because it is kind of cool. You can connect it to TradingView, but you can't even get Alex, you know, you can get locates on TradingView now because that'd be crazy if they did that update and you still can get locates on TradingView. But yeah, long story short, I use the mobile, but they have good desktop apps, pro and free. They have a free version and they have a pro version. But yeah, my computer system's weak. I just have me a ThinkPad and a monitor, like $1,000 laptop and maybe a $500 monitor, maybe even not even that. So I said I wasn't playing the VWAP fate or retest. It looks like it might flush here, but I'm okay if I miss the play. But it looks like it could fade here. AIHS, little flush here. They do it for security reasons. Yeah, I don't like that update. But again, I mostly just pull up trading. Oh, not mostly. I just pull it up so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But I'm trading on my, because they do have a pretty good app. I like the TradeZero mobile app. Like the charts on TradingView is obviously better, but it's TradingView. That's what they specialize in. Anyways, in 3 minutes, there'll be some more news that's coming out, 8 o'clock news. We should see some pops. And going back to the money rotation theory, there's a good chance if something like takes off that this could give back a little bit, but I'm not interested. One, the locates are $100 for 1,000 shares. That's ridiculous. And it's Chinese and low float. Wow, look at this beautiful VWAP rejection. Geez, I should have played it. So 640 down to 580 that quick. I mean, it's a 70-cent move. Geez. Yeah, you're talking about the TradeZero, like new. Yeah, I saw they have a new beta version of and it does look nice. It does look really nice. I just couldn't figure out how to navigate in it. I'm so biased to my mobile trading. PAVS. Somebody said PAVS. Man, I don't even have my trade ideas up. Yep, I do this all the time. Yeah, I'm not interested in this one. The main reason I'm not interested, Alexandru, is because like look at this range on it, all the way up to $1.70. So if I get in here, it could fail. You can make about best case scenario about 20 cents or something, but I want to see more on the move, especially if it's gotten all the way up to $1.70. Ooh, nice flush on IHS. Hope you longs got out of it if y'all were in it. So let's see if there's any interesting 8 o'clock news comes out that we can play. BAOS. Somebody said Trend Raider. Oh, I missed it. That was a nice little pop though. Hopefully you caught it, Trend Raider. Yeah, I saw your comment, Julian, about do I short VIX? No, I don't short. I am a believer of finding an edge in one thing and kind of like sticking to it. So that's impressive that you're good at that. But yeah, the decay is, I've heard other people talk about it, but I just haven't explored it. Anyways, 8 o'clock. Let's see if we get some. I'm going to look at the top gainers. Turn my trade ideas up. Trend Raider, you don't see chat? Yeah, I see chat, but look how quick y'all are blowing up the chat. I'm trying to trade. I peek at it when I can. But I mean, I appreciate the interaction, but I'm going to miss some comments. LCFY is popping a little bit. I'll pull it up on the chart in a second. It's only up 25%, but looks like a pretty good short. It's getting caught up at $5. That's a psychological level they like to fail at, so might not be a bad play. LCFY, I'm gonna pull it up.
LCFY.
Trade ideas, I beat you. Where's
LCFY.
it? Yeah, I like this one. I like this one. Oh, the locates just took off. Jeez. Why is that? Is the float tiny? I know it's off the chart now, guys, but I'm trying to do some DD real quick. LCFY. Looks like a decent company. Pretty tiny float. Only about 1.5 million. It's probably a play here, guys, but the locates are pretty pricey. Is the news that great? Like, why is this taking off like this? I might do too much due diligence and miss it, but that's okay. Strong initial results, AI sales team validating scalable go-to-market model. AI news too. Look at this thing go. Jeez.
LCFY.
I'm glad I didn't get in at $5. Yeah, I'm gonna let this move play out first. When they move like this, where's it? Oh, this is a good level though. And I did end up getting 500 shares. So I'm entering here at 7. Only entered a couple hundred shares, so only in 300 right now. It's kind of, this one's very high risk, guys. You see how it's just like not even slowing down. So I got my entry at 723, 300 shares, because I got 500 earlier. I'll probably be quick to take profits on this one though, with how it's moving. Okay, I'm actually completely out at 706. I'm not super comfortable in this one with how tiny the float is. So I'll just keep an eye on it. Look at this. PMN is lower than where it started. That's crazy. Should have been focused on these other plays, but you said the 200. Where's the 200 at? Oh, it blew right through it. So y'all know I like playing they like to fail here at the 200 right here. That's what this line is on the daily. But y'all have heard me say this before. If they just bust through it and don't even acknowledge it, then it's not even a play anymore. I know you know that, Alex. We talked about it before, but just saying it for everyone else. But yeah, it just blew right past that level. Where is that at? 562. So yeah, just blew right past it. What I like to see is that them like if the stock gets to that level, hesitate, drops a little, tests again, like that's a good sign. It's acknowledging it. But when they just like make this move, it's no longer a play. And I'm a little over a grand now in the day, so I'm not going to like force. You'll probably saw me get in and out of this one really quick, and I did miss the move all the way down to 630, but it's more just me playing cautious. This thing is, I mean, it's moving, so I'm probably not going to play it anymore. My new strategy: take a long when you refuse to take a short. I love it. We did a good job yesterday identifying, what was it, UUU? I shared the chart in the Discord, because we played the initial pop and then we're like, oh, this is cash flow positive. It has great fundamentals, good news. And then or at least I decided not to play it anymore, and it ripped. So I think we have pretty good criteria. But we get them wrong sometimes. Thanks, Light. Yeah, I appreciate that. Trying to grow it. So I like to see when it's a good turnout. All out of SINT 633 to 565. Nice job, Focos. Yeah, like Alex said, if you're getting something out of the video, I appreciate the likes. It goes a long ways with the algorithm. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. That's why all the YouTubers like the likes and subscribers. It pushes us to more people, so appreciate it. But yeah, I haven't didn't play any 8 o'clock ones. But again, like I said, I'm at a number now that I go a little bit more risk off. So I'm still going to play things, but if I'm going to continue to be cautious. And I'm looking through the top movers right now. There's nothing that I'm in love with. STI is getting another little pop right here. STI. But I'm really not too interested in this one either. I mean, look how bullish this is. Yeah, not really seeing anything I love right now. That's all right. Yeah, I saw they went way up, the locates for LCFY. When I got mine, they were a little pricey, but not too pricey. But I saw they've shot way up too. And the thing about LCFY, I don't have it pulled up anymore, but it probably will flush. But I'm not sure how high it's. Oh, it's currently flushing right now. Yeah. So kind of going back for all the newbies on the channel, like this is a very common move. That's why I play the move. After a parabolic move like this, they usually give it back. But between this float being so tiny, I don't know, just played a little more defensive with this one. Should have stayed in it, caught the flush, but all good. Look what PMN did though. That's wild. I ended up getting out around 65 cents. I regret it. I don't really regret it, but obviously it'd been nice to hold it all the way back down. It's crazy. LCFY 22 cents per 100 shares. Ooh. Yeah, I got mine pretty early. I ended up paying 24 for 500 shares, which is kind of broke my rule on that one. I don't like paying over 25 bucks for 1,000 shares. I usually don't have to worry about that, but that was a tiny float, so not surprised. But yeah, guys, I'm kind of just chilling right now. If I see another play or if y'all see a play, let me know. But there's nothing super interesting right now that I want to jump in.
AIHS.
Uh-oh. What do we? AIHS? Didn't we play this one already? Why did I get a notification for this one? Huh. I'm not really sure. Yeah, you're probably right, Alex. There's not much to lose at this point with PMN. It's sitting at 50 cents. Probably good pop here. Because look, it got to these lows. It's probably not a bad long. Then you just cut if it breaks below 50 cents. But yeah, that news was trash. We realized it was trash. I didn't expect it to go below where it started trash, but I'll take it. Yeah, I'll keep my eyes open, guys. There'll be another play here shortly. There usually is, but right now I'm not seeing anything alone. Yeah, SINT, it looks like it's going to end up fading. Yeah, that was crazy. And I actually took a long on that one too, Alex. I don't know if I think I shared that with y'all, and I just got destroyed on it. That's why I don't take longs. It ended up like, it went like very similar to this. And then I took a long, and then you can tell insiders were dumping on it. It just was tanking after that. And then it ripped a little bit later in the day. Well, we had, oh, what is okay, AIHS. This might be a worthy VWAP.
AIHS.
This might be a worthy, I have some locates, I think. Let me see. Yeah, I might get a little entry here on this VWAP retest. Nothing crazy, but I'll see if it fails here. Make it exciting.
8 minutes. 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 8 minutes.
Only in 500 shares. See if it fails here. I know it's above it right now, but there's still a good chance it could fail here. Got in at 367. If it gets above, let's say 380, I'll probably cut and then just re-add if it gets a little higher. But I'm gonna play the VWAP retest. I know, like I said, it's a little above it, but until the 5-minute candle closes above it, I'm not too concerned. And I've only entered 500 shares. I got another 500 shares ready to pull the trigger if I need to. But I might have jumped in a little too early, to be honest. It might rip up and test highs. This is kind of why I avoided, what was it? SINT. I thought it might break above it, but looks like AIHS might though. But let's see. It still could close below VWAP here. And honestly, I probably need to do a little bit more due diligence on this one. I don't know much about it. AIHS. Oh, it's a Chinese ticker too. Little float. Jeez. This is what we played earlier. I already forgot about it. I can't remember what was the news on this one. But yeah, it's already starting to fall down back below it. And it still has another minute 30 for this 5-minute candle. It could fail. I think it's going to. Or it could bounce because it's Chinese and it's low float. If there's ever a manipulated stock, it's a Chinese low float. So what's the news? I don't even see news on this one. I see that's almost more concerning because it's, you know, it's probably manipulated then. If it breaks a new high, I'm just going to cut. I like no news pumps because they usually fade, but if it's Chinese and low float, just got to be cautious. But I'm in the money. I got my entry was 367, so not in the money much, but we'll see what it does. MLYS. Julian, MYLS. Oh, MLYS. Oh, real quick, before I look at that one, we're getting the flush I wanted. So it's decently below VWAP now. I'm going to go ahead and start trimming here because, again, it's a low float. I'm probably getting out a little early, but it's a low float Chinese ticker, so I'm going to be cautious with it. So I had 367 entry, got out at 344. Did I get out too soon? Probably, but I didn't realize this was a Chinese low float when I got into it. So I'm just happy to be green. Sitting about 1,200 on the day. So again, I'm probably going to play a little bit more defensive the rest of the day just because I don't want to give anything back. But anyways, what were you saying? MLYS. What you like about this one? It's not even moving.
BMRA.
No, I'm not interested in this one, bro. That was a 200 test. BMRA. That was a 200 test alert. BMRA. I'm getting a nice little pop here. See some levels. So it likes to pop. So it's popped to 460 before. It's popped to 424 before. The 200's at the 375.
BMRA.
I would like to see it move up a tad bit more because it doesn't look like it's up 50%. What is it up? It's 32 though, not bad. If it gets to 424, I'll get an entry, but I don't plan on entering before then. It might fail here at the $4 level, to be honest. Struggling a little bit. Might fall back below the 200 here at 375, but I want to wait. Let it get up some. Go up a little bit higher. Oh, moon market's pumping. AIHS. Oh, yeah. Good call. So I'm just going to keep an eye on BMRA. I think it probably falls back below the 200 right here. But again, I don't want to rush a position. It's not up 50%. I really like for it to be up 50%. And you'll see a lot of people enter shorts 15%, 20%. Those are one of those things that it works until it doesn't work. I see a lot of people do that, and then eventually they go back to something like I do, waiting for it to move up more. But people like learning the hard way. So again, it could flush here, but if you start getting used to getting into 20% pops, and then it moves to 50, 60, 100%, it hurts because sometimes on the initial pop, it can go from 20 to 30% to 80% really quick. We're back below the 200, like I said. Let's see what it does here. It immediately bounced off it though. But yeah, this is just like my pre-market playbook, the play in the parabolic pops like this. But we have other playbooks in the Discord. So if y'all, and I have a free trial for it, if any of y'all are interested, trying to grow that little community. Because this is, like I said, this is kind of how I
BTBD.
made my money, most of my money in the beginning. But okay, before we talk about the Discord, BTBD, that's a nice little pop on it. BTBD. Whoa, the thing is running. What's the news with this one? I just have to pull it up over here. BTBD. I'm gonna get my locates first. We're seeing the money rotation. That one we were just looking at flushed. Merger news. Oh, this thing is all in.
BTBD.
Jeez, this thing is ripping. TradeZero is struggling to give me my locates though. I tried to get 1,000. It's going slow. I guess in the meantime, I'll look at the levels. Oh, this has a history of making some some solid pops. And it's merger news. Probably going to be a little cautious with, to be honest. Now the locates just shot up too. So I'm actually going to sit this one out because the locates just shot up. It's strange. That alert system of yours is solid. Made 80-cent gain on BTBD. Good, good. Yeah. No, it's trade ideas. I have a link in the description for it too, but it is a little pricey, I'll admit. And the reason I think the reason I like my alerts is because I don't base it on percentage. I base it on like 1 minute volume or 1 minute candles. So it has to move up a certain percent in 1 minute to get the notification. A lot of alerts are like 50%, 40% pops, but I don't really care about that as much. I want to see a parabolic pop. I want to get notifications for those because these are the ones that usually flush. Like if it slowly grinds up to 50%, you're not guaranteed a flush. But if it goes from $1.80 to $4 in like 1 minute, 2 minutes, it's a good chance it's going to like make that pop and then do what it's doing right now. Because if you pull up the 1 minute, you'll see what I'm talking about. So see, intense pop, flush, and it could keep going. I'm not saying it's going to keep going, but this is the move I like to play right here. This red candle right here. So after a crazy pop like this, you usually get this and it keeps flushing or it goes back up. And I hate I couldn't secure those locates, but it is what it is. This thing is flushing now. Wow, missed it. All good. Yeah, it's strange. And if you do, like I said, no pressure. I get it. It is, trade ideas is a little pricey, but I can send my, cool thing about trade ideas is I can share my configurations. Like I can download a file and send it to you. So if you're interested, just shoot me a DM in Instagram, or if you're in the Discord, shoot me a message. Yeah, I wish Trade Ideas was a little bit cheaper though. It's pricey because it has all kind of bells and whistles with it, but I only use the alert. It has all kind of like AI crap and other stuff that I'm sure is great, but I just haven't looked into it. But yeah, so this is the move I like right here, guys. This is a perfect example. Parabolic move, then flush. Can it do 10-second time frames? Are you talking about the trade ideas? I'm not sure. I'll look. But hey, Exchange, again, not trying to be too salesy, but they are running, today's the last day actually, they are running a Labor Day promotion. And that's the best way to do trade ideas, because you lock in that price forever or however long you want it. I would definitely wait for the sales though, because they have pretty good sales. I think it's 25% off right now. If you click the link, the little pop-up will come up for the 25% off. I would highly recommend waiting for sales though, because if you pay for it monthly, you get a 25% off. It definitely adds up. I wouldn't pay full price for it. I mean, it pays for itself for me though, but again, I'm all about finding a good deal. It's a pretty good morning so far. I feel like I haven't played much, but again, I'm not trying to force anything either. but I have missed a few moves. But that's all right. ASBP is moving up right now. It's not really up enough for me to really be that interested in. Just putting it on y'all's radar, maybe something to watch. Yeah, look at BTBP. This is the move right here, guys. I didn't get my locates, but I wish I would have. Yeah, did BMRA end up flushing Ordo after the money rotation when the money moved away from it? Oh my God, look at this. Look at this move. Oh man, that hurts. I feel like I'm missing some easy ones. But as y'all can see, look, there's just so much opportunity with shorting. Like, as long as you have good risk management shorting, you can make a killing. Again, and not to like, and I think September is going to be a good month. And again, not to just like keep beating it in, but like historically, I've had very good Septembers too. And again, I know a lot of y'all are new on here. I'm not like I'm not just some idiot that's trying to sell memberships. Like, this was my last September. So, oops, this is the wrong one. Let's do September 2024. Boom, boom. So last September, 95% win rate, 55K month. So like, I have a feeling September, and I would love to say I'm usually all green like this. This is an outlier. I usually have a few red days, but last year, September, I killed it. So hopefully that is a sign that we'll get a lot of good opportunities this September too. Again, I'm not going to try to be like, pretend like I have all green days every month. That is not true. But last September, I had a really good month. So I'm hoping it'll be the same this time. AIHS. So look at this one now. I'm glad I got out of it because it's looking strong. And this one's Chinese and less than 1 million market cap, or 1 million, I think. So I would avoid this, guys. Again, can't give financial advice, but there's enough warning signs between moon market pumping it, Chinese, and it's low float. So just be cautious. What month was the worst for you? October. And that's funny. JT just said October bull month. I didn't do well in October. I had my biggest loss in my life in October, so that doesn't help. Since I've been shorting since 2023. In October 2024, I took my biggest loss. I'll share that one if you want to, Saber. It's an ugly one, though, because I like being transparent if you want me to. I don't like bringing it up because I get PTSD from it, but yeah, that was a rough one. Yeah, so again, not really. There's been so much opportunity. I haven't taken advantage of a lot of these. BMRA, sad. I didn't catch BTBD or BMRA, but all good. All good. And the funny thing, Saber, is I actually had a decent October, but it was just, again, with my strategy, you just got to make sure you have good risk management. It's easy to consistently win with shorting, but if they go against you, my new rules is I only average up if it is approaching a resistance that I think it could fail at. historically, I would average up a little bit more, I mean, recklessly, for lack of better words, and a Chinese, I think it was Chinese, I can't even remember now, but a ticker, have you seen ASBP? I'll pull it up. I let one ticker just ruin my month. So another beautiful flush. Yeah, I'm missing them all. PMN. Did it bounce back? What you saying PMN for? This thing's over with. You trying to play this, or are you just bringing it to my attention? We played this one earlier. Alexandra, thought you were on. We shorted it up here. Dang, JT, LCFY got you. What's it doing now? Join the dark side, JT. Oh, geez, it did flush. Wow. Man, I had an entry at 7:16 and I got out at like 7. What? But whatever. All good. But this is a good sign. I mean, for shorts it is. So just notice what you're seeing. A lot of these are giving back. It's not always this easy. So really none of them's running. There's usually at least one that's running. Like yesterday, UUU was the one that we avoided, and it ran most of pre-market, as you can see. I'll pull it up for y'all. So we played it, the initial pop, and then got out, and then it ended up running all pre-market. So, but there's not really anything doing that today besides STI. But it started running after hours yesterday. Favorite. That's crazy. So you got in when? At 7:05. You timed the top, bro. And then got out at 6:50. That's almost exactly what I did too. I played that move. I still do not know why I could be $2,500 up. Bro, you got to take profit. Don't beat yourself up. Hindsight's 2020. These things like to pop at VWAP. You did good. But yeah, it does hurt to see it fade like this after you get out. But if you played it from 7:05 to 6:50, you did good. I'm trying to be better about leaving runners too, though. And I did leave runners for, what was it, PMN, but I could be better at that too. Like I said, I'm sitting a little north of $1,000. Not like the best pre-market, but I do like to leave the pre-market. I've been playing smaller, so I'm actually content with where I'm at right now, but I would love one more play. Because I don't trade from 9:30 to 2 anymore. That's just to avoid the recent runners on the day. They've been faking out a lot of shorts. I like playing the fades at the end of the day, but really would like to be closer to 2K on the morning. The problem is, if I'm not up a lot after pre-market, I'm so tempted to trade market open. And last month I did good at market open, but all it takes is 1 or 2 plays to just halt up or go against you hard, and then like it's so hard to recover. So Ordo, click the like button, folks. Thanks, Ordo. Yeah, appreciate it if y'all hit the likes. And again, like I said, I got the free trial for the Discord. It's cheap. Anyways, it's the cheapest one I've seen. And I've been a part of many Discords, and there's not as many winners in any other Discord I've been a part of as winners in ours. Yes, we have red days. Yes, we have rough days, but overall, we're pretty consistent. And we had somebody in our group make 140K, and I'm not making it up. There's some people on this comments. I see a bunch of y'all that can attest to it. Steven, he made 143K last month, so doing our strategy. So you can make big money. I only made 43K, which I'm very proud of because I'm trading small, or no, that was the month before last that Steven did that. It wasn't last month, my bad. We have all our playbooks in there and stuff. But again, like I said, if you're not interested, all good, because I share all my secrets on live too. We just have exclusive live streams in Discord, like end of day, Friday fades. That's actually my favorite time to trade. They just always, I shouldn't say always, that's a strong word. Majority of the time in the days on Fridays, whatever the runner is usually gives back the gains. Pretty consistent. Good morning, BG. Taking any good longs today? Oh, I see what you're saying. Anthony, Ocean allows people with small accounts to short like under 2K. You're right. You're 100% right, but the fees are outrageous on Oceans. So you have to be a good trader to be profitable in Oceans. But yes, you're right. If you don't have the money, you can definitely do Oceans, but their fees are outrageous compared to TradeZero because it's commission free. But again, it is an option. Because me and Steven were comparing like his fees and my fees. And it was like not even close. Like his was like 5 times.
ARTL.
Like it was, but it makes sense. Everything has its pros and cons. So they allow you to trade smaller accounts, but they make up for it with fees. What was that? Let me get it pulled up. ARTL. Okay, here's another pop. ARTL. Oh, that's pretty good, actually. It's got no volume, though. It's a little that makes me a little nervous. Only 25K shares have been traded, and it's already flushed a lot. So if low Ks are cheap, I might grab some here, but I have a feeling this might be a very low float. And I got to figure out a way to see my floats quicker, too. ARTL. Yeah, 500,000 float. I'm just going to stay away. It is tempting, though, but it's a tiny. What's the news on this one? If it gets back up a little bit, I might play it. But again, just got to be cautious with these baby floats. If you're long, if you're short. Positive phase 2 treatment of cancer, anorexia, CACS. So that seems like pretty good news. The reason I say pretty good news is because phase 2 sometimes will run pretty hard, but this thing is flushing now, which I'm actually a little confused why. Surprised people aren't more excited about it since it's a low float, but honestly, it's probably not a bad long here. I got some at $9.18 a long position. Let's just see what happens. I'm not good at going long, so I just don't know why this didn't move more. If it drops below $8, I'm gonna get out. I'm only in 400 shares, so I just want to see if it makes a little bounce here. Trying to ruin my day doing something I'm not good at, so. Focus BTBP over VWAP. Ooh, okay, good call. This one came back from the dead. I already forgot which one this was, or what the story was with this one. BT. Overall offering risk is low. They have good cash. What's the news week? Oh, this was the merger one. I might stay away from it. I mean, if it gets back up to 4, I'll play it, but thanks for putting it on my radar, Focus. Let me get back on the comments. Let's see. Do you use ZeroPro or the free version? I use the mobile. And then if I don't use mobile, I use the pro version, but 99% of the time I'm using mobile. And the only reason I like the pro version is because you can set like orders that cancel other orders. So I used to at pre-market would set like, pretend like this was the pre-market high, and I would set like an order at like 398. So if it popped up to it, I would get filled, and then I would have like a stop loss order like above it. And a lot of times you would see hit the high and then fell. So that's why I like the pro, because the free version doesn't have that order. But outside of that, I think most people can get away with the free version. It basically has most of the bells and whistles. Yeah, the BTBD news is a merger news BG, so that's why I'm being a little cautious with it. I haven't looked at all the details. I don't know if it's non-binding, a BS merger news. Actually, let me look and see. No, it's a definite merger agreement. So yeah, I'm going to probably be careful with this one. But if it gets back up to 4, I might be interested in, depending on the price action. Like if it goes up to 4 and then starts to look like it's about to get weak, I'll play it. But low offering risk, good cash position. I'm going to be a little cautious with it. I'm still in ARTL, trying a little long position here. There's a big, pretty decent sized bid at $9. So if it breaks through 9, I'm just going to get out because the volume is dead. I thought we'd see a little pop here, but again, this is why I don't take longs because I don't know what I'm doing. But my average is 913, so don't really have much to lose. I'm in 500 shares, though. Probably a little heavy, to be honest, since it's a $9 stock. But if it falls below 9, I'm just going to cut. If it breaks through this big bid. Because I'm not confident it's going to pop anymore. Oh, BTBD. We might get a retest here. I'll play it if I already have locates for it, do I? Yeah, and then I'll just cut if it breaks a new high. Yeah, I just added a little position. Again, this is a low confidence play because there's a lot of things that's going in its favor. But if it breaks above 404, I'll get out. I'm assuming I'm going to lose on this one. Just want to be clear, this is not an A setup. There's a lot of things going well for this company. If it breaks over $4.04, I'm just going to get out. I'm just playing the retest. I got in at 397, so I'm only risking a few pennies. Risk is a few pennies, reward is it fades. So that's how I look at this one. We might get it. Let's see. Bordeaux, I think this is the first time I see you going long. Yeah, I'm having a good day, so I want to ruin it. No, it's yeah, I don't go long too often. But I think I got a good entry. So if it breaks back under 9, I'm just going to cut. And it broke. Let's see if it holds. And it looks like it might. No, it couldn't hold. And when I say hold, I like to see the 5-minute close. So should be clear about how I stop out. So a wick like this, I don't stop out. I wait for a 5-minute candle to close above the high to stop out. However, If it starts running hard against me, I'm gonna get out. But a little wick like this, I'm still in the play. That's a fail. It tried to break through it. There's a good chance it could flush right here. And I'm actually sitting pretty good in the money already. Up 169 bucks. So I'm actually going to trim a little here and then trim the rest at VWAP. Because these are kind of like fake out candles. A lot of people jump out at these, and especially during pre-market or especially during market hours, you'll see that where it's like the market makers will find where the liquidity is or the stop losses are, and they'll just take them all out, and then it'll fail. So just something to be aware of. Just don't get faked out. But again, if this would have went to like 440 or something, I obviously would have got out. But a little wick like this, it's just a little fake out wick. Holy crap. I'm actually out of ARTL. I got filled at 988, 500 shares from 913. Let's go. So I'm not in ARTL. I made, it's hard to see on TradeZero mobile what you made on a position if it's already been closed. I made 76 times 500. What is that? $76 times 500. Nope, times 5. 76 times 5. Ended up making 380 on ARTL. Just like ripped up to like 980 and got filled. I had an order at 988. Get lucky every now and then. I'll take it. So yeah, still in BTBD, seeing if it flushes here. Already trimmed some in the 360s, but I'm holding 300 shares to see if it comes back to VWAP. And that was not how I planned on playing ARTL, just a lucky wick up like this. And it's not even showing that it went to 989 or 988 is what I got filled. I was hoping it would bounce and rip, but that's just not happening. So I just set an order right under the bid. There was a bid at $1 or 989, so I just set one at 988. And apparently it hit it. I'm out of the position now. Get lucky every now and then. And I might jump out a little early on this one. I tend to do that, guys. Probably not a good practice, but I just like securing profit. So if it gets back in the 350s, I'm going to start trimming. I'm glad I got out of ARTL. Look at it. Jeez. This will probably be the last play that I'm in because I'm sitting pretty good on the morning. So if this flushes to the probably just even the 360s again, I'll probably get out. I think that might put me over 2K for the morning. It's going to be close. We might get another $4 retest. I might add back here if it gets to 399. I'm gonna have an order wait. Okay, here it is. Now see if it holds. If it does, I'll just cut. And let's see if it holds. Looks like it probably will. It's not flushing back down quick, but let's see. If it does, no big deal. So yeah, it's making new highs here. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim out of it. Just to play it safe so it doesn't ruin my morning. I went ahead and took some profits earlier and I'm glad I did. So I just went ahead and cut it. It might flush back under that level, but again, playing a little defensive. And contrary to what you said, BG, you said the news seems weak. I think it's one of the better news on the day, but maybe it is weak. I don't know. Merger news is always iffy. I didn't look into the granular details of what all the merger includes, but I'm being a little cautious with it. So anyways, good morning. Sitting around almost 1800 on the morning. I was hoping to get the the BTBD flush to try to put me over 2K, but I went ahead and cut it. Cost me a little bit right there, but that's all right. So anyways, going to go ahead and wrap it up. I don't plan on playing pre-market. I got some things to do before 10 o'clock. So I'm about to bounce, but thank y'all for hopping on. Like I said, free trial in the Discord if you're interested. Would love to have you. And on that note, I will be back tomorrow live streaming and then Friday exclusively on Discord. See y'all next time.